Pegi 18. heart starts to scream. You can feel it in the air, electric energy. Revving up our engines, and the dam's about to burst. Just got a couple of emails that I need to knock out first. So backstage, stop the show, just gotta do a few things. And ready to go, to get ready, to be ready, to get ready. Cause we're almost about to rock. We're gonna make you see, eventually, just wait and see. Get ready, to be ready, to get ready. We'll be on stage in a second, just a few things we gotta do. I'll make the set list, wash the guitars, and pay the entire crew. We'll take all the letters, then we'll leave some snacks. Drop ninja grind up, because we're still in wax. Drink some gas so we can play real fast. Then you better move on, follow the rest. So push this show, just a few more steps. Never take rock, take it fast, to get ready, to be ready, to get ready. Cause we're almost about to rock. We're going to your spine, through your mind, on every time. Get ready, to be ready, to get ready. But those who are about to rock, please hang tight while I find my socks. Gonna crack your skull like an aftershock. Just gotta call my broken sounds of stocks. To get ready, to be ready, to get ready. Cause we're almost about to rock. We're gonna melt your face through time and space at an appropriate pace. Get ready, to be ready, to get ready. Now get ready, to be ready, to get ready. Now be ready, to be ready, to get ready.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Woo! 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 Hi. Hello. Power's back. How are you guys? I gotta fix that. Hold on. That has been bothering me, actually. Let me... That's when I do laughing. It does not get rid of that. So let me fix that. Let's fix that together. You can watch in real time as I modify my face. Let's do it. Where am I going? Laughing eyebrows show. Mouth eating. Happy eyebrows. Never seen those before. Now to copy. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna hide that anyways. Where are those? Those aren't those. There's laughing eyebrows. Mouth eating. What are those? I actually don't know what those ones are. Hold on. Which ones are those? Hold on. Got laughing. Phone number 6. Which ones are these? Hide. Happy eyebrows. They're under mouth 5. Okay, we're learning. How are you guys doing on this lovely... Obviously, I'm fucking around right now. Mouth 5. Mouth 3. Mouth 5. Mouth eating. Eyebrows. Happy eyebrows. Is it... the fuck? I don't... Oh, is it 'cause... Oh, hold on. It's the other way around. See, I'm getting it now. I'm getting it now. See, even I don't know how my fucking model's rigged. Those. Okay, there we go. That's something. There we go. All right. I'm still sweaty. You guys voted for it. You guys are getting it. You guys are keeping it. It's not going nowhere for the rest of the day. I'll put on clothes presumably tomorrow when the AC is running. Finished 2 Slay the Spire runs while I was gone. Well, that's distressing. Sorry about earlier. I did in fact get screwed by electricity. Turns out our entire upstairs section of our house is entirely connected to a downstairs outlet that was being used for vacuuming. So that shorted the circuit, caused everything to crash up here, including my lovely PC that decided to die on me. So, that fucking sucked. Yeah, my tongue hurts. But we're back, and we're now aware, and hopefully it won't happen again. It has not happened ever the entire time that we've been living here, so it was a new experience for us. I had to spend some time getting the fucking spiderwebs out of my hair because we had to go down into the basement and flip the breaker. So, good thing I'm like a tiny bit of an electrician because I used to have to do that at home. So I'm glad that I know how that shit works. And we figured it out. We tripped the breaker. Well, we didn't. Well, we did trip the breaker, but we flipped the breaker, so the breaker's fine now. So we're all good. All good in the hood. And now we're back. For art, because I want to finish this today. Good thing, actually, that we were goofing off the whole time, by the way. Because if we were doing something serious... Oh, create a backup file. Nah, that's okay. If we were doing something serious, I might have lost a lot of time. Like, not even a lot of time, but a lot of work. And then I definitely would have been pissed off. Which is something that I tried to raise to everyone else in the house as well, and was met with mild who cares isms, which doesn't feel good for me, because God knows if I'm animating for like 2 hours and then my computer shuts down and I lose that 2 hours of animation, I'm killing somebody. I am. I 1000% killing somebody. Someone is going to die. Somebody is dead. I don't know who. I don't know why. But they're gonna die. I'm going to kill them. I'm gonna stab them. I will. I'm letting you know this now, okay? So when I end up on Bows versus the World as a killer in a true crime documentary, you can go, no, we know why. No, we get it. No, we sympathize. We get it. They lost hours of work. We get it. We get it. We get it. Makes sense. Totally makes sense. Totally makes plenty of sense. We get it. Anyways, I don't really have anything to say or do or talk about. So I guess we could just like get into art. I don't really see a reason to like beat around the bush or whatever. We're gonna take it kind of slow. We're gonna take it kind of chill. This is gonna be a chill night. As much as I did in fact open with "You Will Know Our Names," we're gonna be chill for this stream. It's gonna be a chill after hours. So get cozy, get comfy, lay down in bed or something and listen to the music that I put on, because I'm gonna put on some fucking liminal ass shit. And like prop your phone up or some shit as I doodle the bunny girl that we all love and cherish and want to see not die. Yeah, and it's surprisingly not too bad out right now. It's decently cool, which is nice. It's decently cool at the moment, so it's not too hot. I will say though, I must have bit my tongue or something, because like my tongue fucking hurts. I don't know what happened there, but we're gonna get to work. And also for those that were here during the last stream, I will actually be uploading that whole jokey art advice bit to an actual video. I will be doing that. I just need some time to edit it and we should be good to go. I'm not going to do the usual cut. I'm actually going to film it and re-upload it. So I'll see how long that takes and I'll just leave it to record and go play with my phone or something for that amount of time. We'll see. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of today, which was initially meant to just be this. We were just supposed to be working on the comic for today. And of course, because it was still really, really hot yesterday, or earlier today rather, I just rambled for 3 hours, which admittedly, I mentioned this to my mod team. I thought it was really interesting that I could just ramble for 3 hours and keep 20 people entertained. That was pretty great. That was pretty phenomenal, actually. No idea if I'll ever be able to do that again, but we'll see. Anyways. All right, we had barely made it into this. Also, hi, Jotaro. And hi, everybody else. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. And tomorrow I will be installing my AC, so I'll be running that and hopefully be able to keep the room mildly cold. And then that should mean that I will be more comfortable during stream and not hating my life. And that we can get right into what we're supposed to do tomorrow. Which I actually don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I would like to do Terraria, but I have yet to talk to Badger and or Vorkson to see where we're at with that. Speak of the devil, Vorkson, how you feeling on Terraria tomorrow? Or are you busy? I'm a streamer who actually acts like that. What do you mean acts? What is that? What the fuck is that? The fuck is that, Alex? The hell, dude? Oh fuck! How are you gonna do me like that? What the fuck is that? My problem is that I care too much. I'm not kidding, actually. That is like a genuine problem of mine. Oh, I see. It's. I fucking certainly hope I do. I feel like I've made my stance on not seeing you. Well, okay. Here's the deal, right? Is that I'm gonna do this talking point, right? And I've done this talking point before, right? And then we're going to immediately get some goofball that comes in here and is gonna try and undermine the point that I just made. Watch. I'm telling you. I'm being so for real with you right now. Is that it's part of the reason I don't want to do like collaborations with other streamers, small or big, is because I don't really see you guys or their fans as like commodities, right? You're not like a thing for me to trade. You guys are like my people. You know, I feel very. I want to use the word blessed. But I don't want to use the word blessed, but I'm going to use the word blessed. Blessed. It's such a weird word now. I'm saying it like 5 times. I feel very fortunate. That's a better word. I feel very, very fortunate and appreciative of you guys in the sense that, you know, in the world of the internet, right? There's so much content out there. Should be good. Just checked and there doesn't seem to be anything. Okay, good. That I can work with, Forks. That I can work with. I do want to keep this vibe going, actually, so I'm going to put on similar music. I'm going to make sure similar music gets played. We're going to do my dark ambient fantasy music. I like this track. But like, you know, there's so much other content on YouTube and otherwise that you guys can watch at any time, really. There's other streamers over on Twitch. There's plenty of people out there, right? And a large chunk of people here spend a significant portion of their day just hanging out with me. And I'm not stupid. I mean, I'm a little stupid, but not that stupid to not recognize that, like, I'm not technically the best option, right? I'm a good option, not necessarily the best. Because you could go watch anything, really. You don't have to watch me, but most of you choose to. And you come back day after day. You know what I mean? And I value that, and I value your time. And I don't want you guys thinking that, like, you guys are just numbers. You know what I mean? I know that you're people. I know that you're people with things to do every day. I cannot get this horse's hair to work. And, you know, you come home from either your jobs or school or after a long day at, like, college or something. Mostly jobs. I know my viewer base tends to be in the 20, like the mid 20s to early 30s, which is very interesting. I'm glad that I have that kind of crowd. And not just like a bunch of like rambling toddlers, surprisingly. Well, I'm glad you think that, Killa. I'm actually very glad you think that. But that's the thing that I'm trying to get at, right? Is like, because I know that you have other options, I want to make sure that my option is worth your time. And not only do I want to make sure that my, you know, the option to watch me is worth your time, I want to make sure that your time is well spent while being here. Even if it's just for like a minute or 5 minutes or an hour or the whole stream. What, Drac? Which one's Drac? Do you mean the Final Fantasy 14 streamer? Please tell me you mean the Final Fantasy 14 streamer. He blocked me on Twitter. If that's who you mean. I think I got into an argument with them about Expedition 33. I think. It was either Expedition 33 or Monster Hunter. I can't remember. And they're like, fuck you, and then they blocked me. It was really funny. Yeah, I think it was Monster Hunter. I genuinely think it was Monster Hunter. Because they were getting mad at like the difficulty, and I'm like, game not hard. And they're like, shut up, game is hard. And I'm like, but game not hard. Game actually significantly easy. But it's okay if you find it hard. That's all right. Anyways, that's a different point. That's a whole separate issue. I have no issue with them, by the way. That was just like, I could tell they were kind of getting upset with that the take that they had. I think a lot of people were giving them shit for it. It wasn't just me. But of course, if I see anything about Monster Hunter on Twitter, not that I go on Twitter very often anymore, I have to say something. I don't know what it is in my blood, but because obviously, you know, I know you guys' time is important, because my time's important, right? I value your time and you value my time, hopefully. I presume. And that's why I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to do anything that's not going to be worth your time. So when we do art stuff like this, you know, I try to make it not necessarily like super stimulating to watch, like fucking Subway Surfers or some shit. Art stream that focus on actual work and not just a single piece of painting. Oh, no, you do have a good point with that. Actually, now that I think about it, you're very right with that. But that's also part of it too. Is like, as I'm working, I try to make this as cozy and atmospheric of a space as possible. Because I know that not a lot of people have my weird, well, not that you don't have my weird music taste. You don't know my weird music taste. I know that not everybody knows Drakengard music, right? Not everybody listens to these weird little wobbly sounds, right? Nobody listens to alpha waves or random indie albums that have this like weird post-rock tone to them, you know? So I kind of do my best to set the mood. And if you're writing something or working on something or trying something, it helps with that just a little bit. Especially, that's why I usually label a lot of the streams as like what the tone is that we're going for, especially when I'm like working on something. So if I'm working on a fight scene, it's like, we're going to be listening to rock music. We're going to listen to over the top stuff. We're going to feel hype. We're going to feel awesome. That's how today is going to go. You want that vibe? You want to feel that? Come on in here. Tasted ambrosia and won't be fooled by the vinegar in the bottle. What the fuck? Khaleesi? Oh, I'm a comfort streamer? Hell yeah. Oh, I like that. That makes me happy. But no, it's truly, unironically, I understand because I get it. Because I have been a content consumer for the longest time, right? And I didn't really like live streams. I never really liked them too much. I liked watching specific VODs, and those VODs that I liked watching were, unironically, what is it? Live SMP. SMP Live, that's it. I really, really liked watching live SMP because it doesn't, and I don't like any of the other SMPs. Never had any interest in the other ones. Never cared about the Dream SMP or anything like that. Never cared about them. And the reason for it is that the original SMP legitimately just felt like a bunch of friends playing Minecraft. And I liked... It's very parasocial. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very parasocial what I'm about to say. But I liked the vibe of feeling like whatever I'm doing is I'm doing it with my friends in a Discord call. That's how that felt. Right? Similar-ish thing to Game Grumps, actually. Because I actually really, really, really like Game Grumps. And I was always kind of into them. I was never really like super over the moon for them until COVID specifically. And the reason for it wasn't even necessarily COVID itself, but because I got to sit in my room, for a long period of time because I didn't have a job. I got to sit in my room and just either play Final Fantasy XIV or work on my comic. One of the two. I got to do one of the two things. A little bit similar to basically what's going on with my life in this modern day and age, if you will. This horse is very scary. And what it felt like when I was watching Game Grumps specifically was that I had it on a TV behind me while I was working on Vanguard, right? I wasn't even watching it. It wasn't even on the second monitor. It was just behind me. And the whole time, it was like Danny and Aaron were sitting behind me playing a game, goofing off, while I was in the room with them, right? And I loved that feeling. And that's how I've consistently enjoyed a lot of things. At least I have some pride. You got a point there. Is that I like the feeling of being alone together, right? And so that's what I try to do when I stream. Is like, you have the ability to sit and watch what I'm doing when you want to. I will get into a discussion like I am right now at some point, and you can take a break from whatever it is that you're doing and pay attention, or you can just be a passive observer. One of the two. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to be upset if no one's talking. I'm not going to be upset if chat is just kind of vibing. I'm not going to try to call anybody out or do anything crazy. I'm fine with that. I don't mind. And I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And when a topic of conversation comes up, I'll answer. Again, so the way that I've always described stream is that this is basically like if we were in a Discord call, right? Anyone can come and go as they please. Anyone can start like it's a Discord call where I'm the only one with a microphone. Sometimes I buy people a microphone. Sometimes I buy them a microphone. Like Badger of Orkson. Sometimes they get a microphone. Sometimes Mouse gets a microphone. We have not yet had Hull on the microphone, just because I wasn't feeling like doing VC the other day. I would not be against having Hull on the microphone, though. I would not be against that. But like, that's just it, right? Is that we're all just kind of hanging out. I don't know what it is about other streamers. I never feel like they're just hanging out. At least other streamers that I've seen, right? Even like other VTubers and things like that, right? They're like, I'm like halfway into them, but 90% of their content, and I don't like it, is not even them, it's them doing stuff with other people. And the problem that I run into with that is that I don't feel as connected to that. It's like watching a group of friends play a game in a card shop that you're not a part of and you can't go over and like talk to them. You know what I mean? That's what that kind of feels like to me at times. Do you mean cliches or do you mean clicks? Because both are accurate. Because I agree. You know, it's different when you have like people who, again, going back to something like Game Grumps, right? Because I do still like Game Grumps. I don't watch them as much as I used to, but I still like them. Danny and Aaron are good friends. Fair enough. Like Dan and Aaron are good friends. And they ping off of each other pretty well. The problem that more modern Game Grumps kind of runs into is that they know each other at this point. So all they have to do is riff off whatever game they're playing. And sometimes whatever game they're playing just gives them no anything. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like not fun to watch them play whatever game they're playing. It's especially bad now that they've kind of run out of like old shitty games to play, and they're playing a lot of like more mainline like newer titles like Elden Ring, and even Tears of the Kingdom, where it's not a game that you've never heard of or likely played when you were younger. It's a game that you're playing like right now or yesterday. And you're able to see Aaron actually be a bit more of a fucking dumbass, and you get more, like, at least I get more annoyed watching him play games nowadays, because it's like, damn, I've played this and I understand this mechanic, and he's like bitching about it this whole time when it's not that hard. Crazy. And I've always known that Aaron's been like that, don't get me wrong, right? I've known he's always been a bit stubborn and a bit like over the top in his opinion. So am I get it. I've always looked at myself in the sense of like, I am Aaron, but I want to be Dan. Right? I'm stubborn and stupid and, like, you know, passionate and emotional. I wish I could be cool, calm, and collected like little Danny over there, you know? And just be like a calm little passionate little bugger. I would love that. But I can't help it. I'm an emotional wreck. But more to the point, right, is that, like, they're a good duo with each other. And they can play off of each other because you kind of get, like, looped into their friendship. I think that's why probably one of the better angles that they've done is actually the 10-minute power hour, because it is just them getting to be them with whatever random bullshit they huck at each other. Right? Especially on PvP. Trust me, same. It's why I don't do PvP games. Oh my god. Even, I feel so bad. I feel genuinely so bad that I had to outwardly admit while fighting Vorkson in Guilty Gear, I was like, I had to do everything in my power to not teabag him. I felt horrible. Because I know that would have tilted them, and I would have felt miserable. And I did not want to do that. But there's like that thing in my brain where it's like, boy, I'm winning. I should taunt. I should cause problems. I hate doing that. I can't do that. Like, unironically, I can't fucking do that. I even felt it. There was a moment that I got like an RC on them and I was like, it like the down button on the D-pad was speaking to me like the fucking Green Goblin mask, like, do it. Teabag, do it. I know that's Palpatine, but even still. But what I'm trying to get at is that, you know, Danny and Aaron, they have like a good bond with each other and you can feel it at times. My hope is that when I play games with Badger and Vorkson, it's kind of the same. Trust me, you know the feeling. Oh! I was a Yasuo main. Are you serious? I played Yasuo, Yone, and fucking Riven. Are you serious? You want to talk about Salt from League of Legends? Nah, there is nothing more tilting than Gwen is immune. There is nothing more tilting than Gwen is immune. Oh my god, I loved Gwen. Gwen is immune. Gwen is immune. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. I don't miss it. I'd never want to touch that game again. Darius main. Oh my god. Please tell me you had the basketball skin. Please tell me you had the basketball skin. You must have the patience of a saint. Oh my god. Like, I think it only would have been worse if you said Vagar main. I have never met a nice Vagar. Never in my life. Oh, good. Okay, goated. Has it got you in the wall? Yeah, don't fucking touch it. Look, you can enjoy Twitch from a distance, Vorkson. You don't have to play it. You don't have to play him. Get into the fighting game that they have. I'm pretty sure he's a character in that too. Anyways, making points. I hope it comes across that me, Badge, and Vorkson get along pretty well. However, I will say, and this is genuine, this is like mild criticism at Badger and Vorkson. This is criticism at both of you guys. I think you guys are too fucking scared of me. Like, you're always like on edge doing stuff with me. You gotta not do that. I'm not gonna rip your head. You're not gonna do anything wrong besides just like, you know, some mild mic stuff that might pop up, and I'll do my best to tell you guys. Stop fucking. You refuse to touch a fighting game after playing the base game? Fair. You know what? Fair. That's fine. But yeah, I always feel like you guys are like too scared around me. I feel like everyone's scared of me. which I hate. I don't like that. I don't like when people are scared of me. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I don't like when people are scared of me. Scary to not be cringe around big famous streamer. I'm not big. Well, no, I am. I could be bigger. I'm not scary. Okay, but I have to tell the story again. I have to, right? Somebody remind me that I'm talking about streamer clicks. Somebody remind me that after the story is done. Please and thank. Character you had any interest was Warwick. Warwick is my baby. I hate what they did to him in Arcane. He was a different guy. He had no relationship to either of them. They changed that. And they also fucked up his face. Got most of the frets out. Oh, that was you! I remember that, you bastard! But nah, it's fine. Again, you can dislike stuff. It's cool. I don't mind. Non-scary wolf drawing art. So I went to a Renaissance fair with my friends forever ago. I'll skip most of the melodrama around the story. I'll get right into the meat of the story. So we had gone to a Ren fair together, and it was me, a girl I was interested in, her sister, and like 3 of their friends, right? And I got along with everybody. It was no problem. And I was joking with everybody liked me. It was not a big deal. And I was like, yeah, we're just hanging out. No ulterior motives or anything. I liked the girl that I was with. That's all. And we're about to leave. And we're like, hold on, wait, guys. Let's all take a picture together. Just so that we can remember this time together. Because we had a really good time that day. And everybody was like, yeah, let's do it. So we asked some random person who we had never met before, can you take our picture? And they're like, absolutely, sure, of course I can. And then we all posed, and I stood, and I was wearing like a Templar's tabard with a cape, and I had a sword on my hip, and I felt really cool. And I stood all proud. And then the girl taking the picture pointed at me and was like, you! And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I'm sorry, I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. She's like, smile. And I'm like, ah. And she's like, good. And then she took the picture. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And it's because I have a resting bitch face. I really do. If any of you ever see a picture of me, unlikely, or if any of you ever see like me in person, mildly likely if you come to a furry convention and I'm there, as I will not fursuit in the dealer's den because goddamn, I do not want to bump into shit. So if you go shopping with me, you'll definitely see my face. But I look like I'm going to kill somebody. Pretty much at all times. I am that, like, stern in the face. But 9 times out of 10, what I'm thinking of... Hold on, let me play you what's happening in my brain. This is what's playing in my brain 9 times out of 10. I want you to imagine I'm walking through a store and I'm like, I'm gonna let it get to the good part. That's just what's going through my mind. Today, I saw a balloon. I'm so not mad at anybody. But my face gets me into more problems than solutions, I guess. I don't know. I've like so many people try to fight me like on the daily. Well, I would say daily, but every time I like leave the house, somebody's like, "You got a problem?" I'm like, "No. Just my face. Fuck's your problem? Loser." That'll work for you. Oh, okay. So you're just a competent kobold artificer. Got it. That's all. That's all. Makes sense. Reminder, we're talking. Yes, right. Thank you. God, see, that's what I got to use my audience for, is to remind me of shit like that. It's so smart. But that's the right with okay. Point. Danny, Aaron, good combination. They feel like friends hanging out with each other. That's the thing that I hope me and Vorkson and Badger kind of do a little bit. You know, when we get to play things, we're just a bunch of buddies doing random shit, playing Terraria together, no different than you and your buddies. And that's the problem that I see a lot of like other VTubers run into, is that their friends are not their friends. They're like business partners. There's no like outside of stream conversations that don't then get brought up on stream. Like, me and so-and-so were doing blah, blah, blah off stream. Wasn't that so crazy? It's like their lives center around this idea that they have to be interacting with the people that they think, like, people think that they're friends, right? And I see that pretty consistently throughout, like, a lot of different streamers too, is like a lot of them tend to kind of, I don't know how else to put it. They kind of like morph together and become their own little group. And then they would rather interact. Another good idea is Russian Badger. I don't know if I know Russian Badger, actually. Do I know who Russian Badger is? Name sounds familiar. Who's messaging me? Badger is. Oh. Get told to ease up, bitch. Let me pull up Russian Badger. I do not know who they are. 8.20. Oh no, I do know who they are. No, I recognize their editing style. Okay, no, I know who they are. But what I'm trying to get at is like, I don't want to feel like anything I do is ever like a business transaction. You know what I mean? That's why I don't want to do collaborations with people. That's why I get very uppity if we get somebody in here who's trying to make it seem like they want to collaborate. And then that's the only reason that they're here. That pisses me off. a lot. We not going to say names, but perhaps you have noticed a certain some pony. The mod team knows who I'm talking about. I mean, I think Badger mostly knows because I've mostly bitched to Badger about it. We've had somebody who's come in and their first words out of their mouth were a compliment, like an over-the-top compliment of how much they like me. It's number one, right? Which is fine. It's somebody being like, oh, wow, I found something that's really neat and really niche. I'm cool with that. I'm like, okay, all right. No, like, you know, a little weird that you're coming fresh out of the gate. You just joined in and you're already madly in love with me. Very strange, but I'm not going to get mad at you for that. You know, it's fine. You're excited that you found someone pretty cool. And then they immediately go, I have a stream too. And I go, not gonna call attention to that because I'm gonna let that kind of fizzle out. I'm not gonna touch that. We're not gonna poke that. And then what they did for the rest of their time in that stream specifically was go like they were saying leading statements to try and get me to like bite on like, oh, what are you doing for your stream? And it's like, I don't do that. And admittedly makes me look like an asshole. Really does. Don't get me wrong. Totally makes me look like an asshole. Especially when I get kind of uppity with them and I'm starting to shut down their like conversation points. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm not trying to let them like either sit there and freely advertise the fact that they are also a streamer, nor do I want them to feel comfortable being like, we should do a collab. And it's like, I don't know who the fuck you are, and I don't like you. And if Axel, you do with your mom, so you ask them to get something that, yep. If you're thinking of, Axel, I think you're thinking of the other story. This is a more recent one. The other one's a goofball. The other one was like a whole slew of other problems. This one's just like a more recent one. I'm gonna make her like worried, but like stern. I don't know how to do that. I think I did it. Turn her eyebrow up a little bit. And she's so small in the frame. She's really big here, but then she gets really small. And she's even smaller here. I'm gonna flip her over to the other side. Boop. Yeah. But that's the thing, is like, I don't like people that do that. Because that's like, that's networking. Right? That's like business networking. I don't want to do that. Imagine if you were in a friend group, like legitimately think that you're like in a friend group for a video game or something, like you're in a Discord. And then that Discord decides, hey, everybody, today we're actually going to be hanging out in this Discord instead. Come join us in that. And then like it splits it. Like it starts splitting the group down the middle. Now everyone's kind of all over the place. Why would I do that? Why would I choose to do that? You know what I mean? It's why I would rather play with people that I genuinely consider my friends. Or I would rather just play with you guys as viewers in general to begin with. Like when we played like Atlas or something, right? I would rather actually be able to interact with the people who come to my stream every day rather than interact with people who, you know, what's the way to put it? You'll never get to meet properly because they're not your streamer. Unless you start going to watch their streams, I don't want to do that. Exactly. And again, that too is like, I respect your time, right? That was like the thesis, the starting thesis of this whole rant is like, I genuinely try to respect your time. I try to, you know, either keep things on the ball. I try to keep things either entertaining or, you know, chill enough for you guys to vibe and hang out with. I try to make sure that I'm consistent so that you guys know when I'm here. I always leave something behind for you guys. I try to make it easy to go back and rewatch content. It's why I never stream over 12 hours to begin with. It's so that it's easier for you guys to go back and find it, so that the VOD always gets saved. And because I respect your time, if I don't like someone's content, I am not going to tell you to go watch their content. Nor am I going to vouch for it, nor am I going to side with it. And most of the people that have tried to like weasel their way, I hate to say that, but like have tried to like actually collaborate with me in one way or another, I despise their content. I'm not fucking with you. I'm being so for real. They do not do anything similar to me in the slightest. They do not do anything that I would even consider like quality. I barely consider my content quality at times. That's up to you guys to decide. But like, hot damn. And that's the other part of it too, is that I take this seriously. I really do. And I hope that comes across for you guys, you know? I try to give you a good viewing experience. I try to give you reasonably decent audio. I watch back most of my streams to make sure things are good. I try to keep things kind of calm at times and not too rowdy and not too all over the place. And I try to, you know, get you excited that stream's starting and like hang out and blah, blah, blah. And I let you know when I'm going to stream. I take this very, very seriously. And most people that want anything to do with me do not treat it the same way. Always try to have some connection with what you do besides entertaining. Oh, the worst one that I've had. I have no problem shit talking them because fuck that person in particular. Their reasoning for why we should have done a collab is that their audience was also gay. I'm being dead honest with you right there. That is like their opening statement to me is we should collaborate because I also have a gay audience. And I was like, what the fuck is that? What kind of selling point is that actually? Also, by the way, that had come right off, like hot off the heels of one of these kinds of rants where I'm like, I'm never gonna like collaborate with anybody that I don't value the content of, or if I don't like them, like I can just like not like somebody. They're made naturally, exactly. Again, that's why I prefer I like keeping it in the family, if you will. I know it sounds gross because it's an incest joke, but like all of you guys here who hang out with me either daily or when you have some free time or just like sitting in and listening, either way, doesn't matter, whatever you like to do, I don't care. Live your life, do whatever you're gonna do, support me however you want, I don't mind. I would rather give back to you guys than try to grab on to another group of people I've never met before. I would rather we have one new person a month rather than 50 new people all meeting me for the first time. Ask collab. Exactly. Exactly. And then, of course, what that does too, and they I don't know why they don't think of this, by the way. Well, I do know why they don't think of it. It's because they're dumb, stupid children for the most part. Is that these kids, I hate using kids as like a derogatory term, but I'm gonna have to. They don't realize that like the internet is like everybody can use it. Ooh. Hold sent me a thing. What was I talking about? Oh, the internet. The internet's like a permanent thing, and it's like I can go look at what kind of content you make. I can go any one of you fuckers right now. By the way, I can click on your channel and find out what kind of stuff you make. Long after the stream is done, I can go back through and I can look up who you are. You are not a mystery. You are not a specter. It's not like a threat. It's just saying, like, in general, for these people who don't realize that, like, after being weird, or even when somebody shows up for the first time, we do kind of check what kind of content people do. It is distressing how many people have a lot of vor content. It's very scary. Hey, I mean, I'm not here to yuck your yum, but oh god, why? But yeah, like I don't care that you make stuff like that, but when somebody is like weird, it's like, Rather crappy people tend to use collabs as a means of getting visibility. Yes. No, that's literally it. That's literally it, by the way. Is that all they do is they find other like desperate content creators and just kind of like gloop into each other like a ball of slime. You know what I mean? But that's fickle. That's entirely fickle. Because you're not building quality relationships, you're just zerging. You're just making a Zerg guild in fucking Albion Online, you goofball. That's not like good friends. That's a bunch of people out for each other's throats. I don't want that. I'll never want that. I would much rather you guys like enjoy each other's company and actually be able to make friends here and interact with one another and just kind of have me be as like your son. Today honest, it only wants you. Yeah. See, I've done a good job. I love my community, and it's so weird to think out, to like say that out loud, that that I have a community to begin with, one that I value as dearly as I do. So don't you fucking dare say, by the way, that I act like I care, you fucking asshole. What the hell is that? Jesus. Actually, I will say, I was a little insulted earlier. I was itty bitty, little bitty insulted earlier. I'm gonna share this with you in confidence, okay? I'm gonna share this with all of you in confidence. Because I did actually jump down their throat like a minor bit. I should have done it more. I should have done, but I didn't. And I'm not gonna name names, but if you know, you know. Earlier I was talking about the Rhett and Link contest that I had entered. right? Well, enter. I bought a shirt, right? And there's a slight chance that I could get $30,000. $30,000. I thought it was $50,000. It's $30,000. That is life-changing money, unironically, for little old me, right? And my immediate thought, right, is that once, you know, all of my debts are settled, once all of my bullshit is fine, I would love to put aside that money, whatever is remaining, and put it, well, obviously I'd put it towards rent, but like put it towards being able to do something with you guys. I would love to be able to, I know that not everybody would be able to do whatever it is that we're doing. And I said like, oh yeah, let's all go to England. No, that's not like possible. But like taking everyone to a furry convention, or even just being able to like comp tickets or rooms or something, right? Give a little bit back as best as I can, right? Because of how much you guys have genuinely given me. Like, really, you know, like, you give me consistency every day. One of you helps me pay my bills. Some more of you should, you know, donate a little bit more. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Like, hey, there's a bunch of outfits and things that you can vote on that are way hotter than just me and my underwear. I'm just saying, like, hey, like, Buff Werewolf is now in the description. Dragon Sydney is on the docket. Me turning around and flashing my butt also on the docket. Like, give me money. My God, like, you can go buy a coffee, but you can't like donate to me. No, it's fine. But like, you guys have genuinely done a lot for me, and I would love to be able to do something back if something lucky enough happens to me, or I make it, one of the two. Again, furthermore, my big dream is to make so much fuck you stupid money, I can go rent out a Disney World park and we can do whatever the fuck we want. I would love to be able to do that. That's like a big dream, to get a whole group of people that all somewhat reasonably like me and go, let's go to Disney World, just us. And then I would promptly not ride any of the roller coasters. Go fuck yourself. But I would get some of the food. And, you know, I say that, by the way, I say all of that, not because, you know, it's nice or it's pleasant or it's a nice little idea. It's because it's the fucking truth. I'm sorry. We've had this conversation before. I don't want a lot of shit out of life. I really don't. I'm entirely happy with a broom closet, a decent computer that can play the games that I want to play, a fursuit, and like the ability to make rent and buy food. That's it. Do I need sports cars? No! Oh my God! Fuck no! Would I want an 88.6 Trueno? Maybe. Am I gonna get one? No! Fuck no! But again, I say all this, poor, and you don't want to go to anything Disney related. I'm paying it out! It's free for you! That's me if I make fuck you money. I would literally buy everyone a hotel room. The rides at Universal. Oh, go fuck yourself, Forkson. Oh, no way. I'm not touching those. Like movement simulators? No thanks. I'm good. But again, the reason I bring that up is that it's wishful thinking, step one, right? It is genuine wishful thinking. Because in all likelihood, unless Grandma's a real G, Grandma, you love me. Come on, give me that first place. That's like life-changing money. I will do so much for them. Come on. Please. I love you. Doki wants to be let out. Hold on. I'll let you out. Right? Come on, Grandma. Rather go to the furry convention? No, I do. what you do there, I'd be your guide. No, that's the thing, right? That's genuinely the whole reason why I think like a furry convention is probably the best idea, is that we could just hang out and be in a space where we could all reasonably either hide our identities or just be who we want to be, Barbie girl, with no repercussions. Those of you who want to try dressing up as a femboy, guess what? You can do it there and nobody's going to bat an eye. If you want to go and cover your face and wear a mask, nobody's going to bat an eye. If you want to go and you want to go by a totally different name, guess what? You can put that on your badge and be totally fine. Only things like the Hogswoods explicit. Oh, yeah. No, I remember waiting in line 4 hours for that bullshit. That was dumb. But point that I'm trying to make is that, again, it's entirely wishful thinking. It is. Also, again, I'm saying that the Disney thing is the fuck you money, right? That's when we hit like Kai Cenat levels. All right. That's what that is. When we hit Kai Cenat levels, we can do that, right? On the other hand, furry convention for the 30K, okay? On top of the shirts that I already owe people. I know, I hate it. I hate that it haunts me. I need to get you guys shirts. But again, genuine wishful thinking, right? It's entirely unlikely to happen. It's a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory situation as well. I have an image of the train horns going off. You did not warn them. You fucking asshole. And I was talking about it earlier, and a certain somebody, again, I'm not going to say who, but if you know, you know, don't say who they are, said out loud, I don't believe you. You wouldn't do that. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And I should have jumped at them like way more than I did. Cause that is unironically for me, very upsetting. Because that feels like, step one, somebody that doesn't know me, right? So I can't get too mad. They don't know who the fuck I am. But it feels like somebody heard me say, I'm going to do something really, really nice because of what I've been given, and I know how like I know how much you guys mean to me. I do care. I don't act like I care. Alex! I do. And I would want to do something to give back to you guys as best as I can. And I'm not lying about it. I'm not saying I won't do it. I'm not saying that it will never happen. I'm just saying, like, if it can, I would. If the fates allow, I would. I absolutely would. I would do everything that I could to make sure it works for as many people as it can. Because why wouldn't I? And to have somebody go, you wouldn't do that. I don't believe you. That's like, shut the fuck up. Probably give a notable port. Well, I would appreciate that. Don't worry, you're getting a suite room comped. You're good. But again, that actually got under my skin a little bit. Because I really try to give back as much as I can. And I know how much, you know, in this time of strife and bullshit and otherwise, how much, you know, you guys' money matters to you. You know? Not only just your money, but your time. Action words matter. Exactly. So when I take everybody to a furry con, they can shut the fuck up. Because I want to, you know, genuinely. Step one, I have to get a fursuit though. That is step one. And I don't know. I just want to be able to make your time here matter as much as I can, so that you don't feel like a number, that you don't feel like a disposable coin, but you feel like a person who lives in a world where somebody else looks at you dead in the eye while as dressed as a cartoon wolf in their underwear and says, "It's okay, you matter, everything's gonna be all right, we're gonna get through this together, I'm right here with you." Right? Right? It's what I hope that you guys feel sometimes, even if I don't say it all the time. Even when we're doing goofy shit, even when I'm over here, I'm not gonna draw the griffin. In fact, I'm gonna save. I was about to draw the griffin of destruction, actually. Even when I'm over here doing stupid little bunnies. Right? Even when I'm doing this. You know, I want you guys to feel that. We always get so fucking emotional at this time of night. I don't know what my deal is. I haven't even drank. I want water, actually. That's what I really want, but we don't have any water. What do you mean it's strange? The fuck is that? What do you mean? It's not strange, you fucking dolt. Tend to change and usually not for the better. I am worried about that though. I will be truthful. I am worried about what fame or otherwise might actually do to me. But I want to say, like, shoot me if this ever goes, if this ages poorly, shoot me. You have my full permission. My full permission to pull back up at this exact moment in this stream ever, if this ever goes poorly. I feel like my fear of being, well, not necessarily famous, but my fear of losing that connection, being Markipliered, right? Where it's like, there are so many people watching me or so many people around, where it's like, I can never know all of them. That's scary. That's really fucking scary, right? Isn't that weird? To not get, yeah. Hey, look, by the time I get fuck you rich, like stupid rich money, Disney's probably gonna be underwater. So you know what? We'll go to Japan or something, or we'll even go to England and we'll go to the Bobbington Tank Museum. We'll do something cooler, okay? All right. We don't have to do Disney. I just like the atmosphere of the parks. That's all, okay? I like what Disney used to be. Disney World is still a little bit of that. Especially Epcot. Man, dude, everybody like walking around Epcot. We'd all like, you know, get on living with the land and like take like we could all like collectively vibe to the fucking like pan flute music. Hell yeah. Come on. That's awesome. The pleasant anomaly. I hope they mean pleasant. I don't know. Take it. I know I was talking a lot about like dating and stuff at like last stream, or earlier rather. But take it from somebody who's really struggled to find people that actually like, I don't know how to put it, but I don't want to say like are genuine, because that's not the way I want to put it. Somebody who has struggled, I'm the one who struggled, to find people who last. I think that's always been my thing, is that I've never had anybody who's lasted in my life. You know, I don't want to get into the whole like, oh, my dad left, crabs. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, he saved your ass. But like even my dad walking out on my family, right? You try to try. Stop saying try or act, you fucking assholes. What is your deal? They don't care as much, but yeah. No, no, my problem, unironically, is that I care too much. That is actually one of my problems. And I know I can't keep it up forever. I know it will burst at some point, where we're gonna get so many people in here that I can't get to know all of them. I can't have that conversation with everyone. I know it's gonna happen. And I cherish the time that I do have with you guys. It's okay. Save your ass. Sure. Jesus, guys. You're so, it's so painful, by the way. All right, I'm gonna call out every single one of you really quick. It is so upsetting to me, unironically, that I am sat here right now doodling a horse that looks like shit, by the way. This horse looks like ass. I don't even want to get into the hooves. I don't want to talk about it, okay? And I'm trying to tell you guys that I do in fact value both your time, your existence as a person, and your existence as, like, you know, a creative. I assume most of you are interested in creativity and art and otherwise, or random video games that I play for some random ass fucking reason, right? And I value that, and I love that, and I appreciate that. And most of you are like, nah, you're just playing around. Nah, you're just pulling my leg. You're not being real. Nah, you're fucking with me. No, Alex, I'm just giving you shit. You're good. I'm full giving you shit. No actual offenses taken. Don't worry. I'm fucking yanking on your paws. It's okay. Be your. But like, it's really upsetting to me that I'm like trying to express genuine emotion to you guys, and you're like, you're trying to trick me. And look, I get it. I totally get it. I totally understand. I understand. I get it. I've been on the other end of it. It's why I do what I do and why I try to be as best as I can be. Is because, like I said, I've had a really hard time of keeping people in my life. People that I value. People that I arguably loved. Even not like romantic love. I just mean like, yanking your pizzle. Like, there are people in my life that I've cared about, and it's sadly really sobering as well. That And I'm gonna get kind of dark, like extra dark with you guys really quick, okay? My family is dwindling. I'm being dead serious right now. Like my mom is getting up in age. My stepdad, by the way, is a cancer survivor. Don't know me on a personal level, so it feels safer just being restrained on house stand. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Again, I appreciate the internet safety, actually. I really do. But like my stepdad's a cancer survivor, and he is always at risk of it returning. He could poof at any time. Same with my mom. You know, she's a habitual smoker. She's been smoking since she was like 11, right? She has a horrible cough. She could at any point contract like lung cancer or something like that. I don't know. And it's horrible to think about that. But after my grandmother passed away, my grandfather has been like getting more and more distant. And, you know, he's kind of losing his mind a little bit. I'm not saying full dementia, but he's definitely an old man. He just had open heart surgery down in Texas where his actual family is, because he's technically my step-grandfather. But I've just always known him as my actual grandfather. And my uncle just got divorced, and he's super lonely, and he's going to be playing bass in whatever fucking yes band tribute band will take him until the man fucking dies. And he more recently had a really bad wrist injury because his career is a painter. He is a professional painter, not like an artistic painter. He paints houses and things. He runs his own business, and that is my entire family. Not to dox myself like that, but 4 people, besides my brothers, besides my 2 brothers, 4 people are in my life as like my actual family that I can go to. And they are all starting to slowly stop existing. And that's really fucked up. And that's just the reality of it. That's hurtful. It's real and it's sad, but it's true. And my prospects as who I am as a person, and my intent to stay with Puck because I genuinely love her and I care about her and I enjoy my time with her, means that I will never have children. And it is unlikely that we will ever adopt. So, at least in terms of this end of things, the bloodline ends with me. I doubt my youngest brother will ever end up with somebody. My middle brother definitely will. He'll definitely have kids. He's more of a traditional kind of guy, which I appreciate. He's very progressive. He's all of his interests would make you think that like he's the most Trump bumping person imaginable, but he is like the most atheistic, pro LGBT, loves women, like he loves guns, but he's so not about like, you know, the hillbilly redneck gun control. He's so well adjusted. I have no idea how he ended up like that. I am so proud of him. He's such a good kid. Unironically, it's so weird that I'm talking about my middle brother while I'm again a cartoon wolf on the internet talking to a bunch of strangers in my underwear. But still, while I draw a pretty bunny girl fighting a knight on a horse that looks like shit. The absurdity of my life. What have I become? But the point that I'm trying to make is that I understand what it feels like to not have security, and even to sometimes feel like what little security you did have is actually slipping away. And I know I can't be there for everyone when they need it. And I know some people would feel bad even asking for help when they need it. let alone little from me, just anybody. Asking for help in general is scary. It's hard to do. But that is why, full stop, I try to do what I do every day. And I take great care in it. And I take great pride in it, even. It's so weird to me that people look up to me. It's so weird to me that people like acknowledge my advice even and the things that I say. It's so weird. It's so strange to me. But I value it all the same. And so for even you guys, like you, Hull, over there, I could have got you with your legal name, but I'm not gonna. Even with that separation where we are technically strangers, would it not necessarily just be a better world if strangers genuinely just cared about other strangers and didn't immediately hate each other? Or didn't immediately want to not do anything for other people? Wouldn't that just be like a better life in general? Yeah. Because they... This is not the world we have? Why? Well, why can't it be? One act of kindness begets another, you know? Again, not to keep harping on Hull over there, but if it wasn't for Hull, I wouldn't be able to be doing this right now, and I wouldn't be able to have this conversation with you guys, and I wouldn't be able to express that I am, as best as I can, here for you. In my own special little dumb stupid way, as I sit here and draw a bunny girl fighting a knight on a badly drawn horse. Again, I gotta keep pointing out the absurdity of the situation in general. But that's idealistic. You can't rely on a stranger to help you. Why not? Why not? Why can't you trust the naked on the beach in Rust? Why can't you? Yeah, it might be scary. Yeah, you might have gotten killed by like 500 of them. Sure. But this one might be different. See, Killa gets it. Now, don't you fucking jump scare me. See, Killa? I still have my guard up. You're not gonna get me. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You soy boy bitch. I'm sorry. I don't mean that. Worst mistake ever. Yeah, maybe Rust wasn't the best example. But in a world of TikTok drama, be the change you want to see, because I genuinely can't think of any news platform out there that's like good for people, actually. Isn't their responsibility? It doesn't have to be their responsibility for them to do something that's like value, like good for you. With what I made, you wouldn't be doing your own personal art projects and wouldn't receive precious effect. Exactly. You get it. You're hard pressed to trust, and I'm glad that your few friends have actually got you to open up. Well, good. I'm glad. In the world that we live in, so many kids are turned into abused puppies. I'm gonna use puppies as an example, okay? Where the dog is scared and is fixing to bite because all they know is that they will be harmed. If they trust, if they let somebody close, they're going to be hurt. And that is sad. That is really upsetting. That so many people treat the world as though it is always out to get them. And again, I know it's rich coming from me, not even talking about the clothing right now, just that I'm socially anxious in general. But you know what? Just because somebody got in my way while I was walking, or somebody bumped into me at the store, doesn't mean I'm going to start doing that to other people either. I was watching a Josh Strife video where he was talking about like modern writing. He was doing a whole bit talking about modern writing, right? And I have my own thoughts and feelings about modern writing. I have my opinions on it. And he brought up I've never played it. I've never played Dragon Age. I've never played it. Some of you might kill me for that. I played Mass Effect, never played Dragon Age. But in Dragon Age, apparently everybody hates the elves. Everybody hates the elves. That is something about you going back to the other day with character backstories of Forging Knives. You try to be careful about the info you give. I actually like that. Remind me to come back to that. Has been that person. Your advice to anyone like that would be let that armor go. Escape and despair. Interesting statement. I like that too. But in the context of Dragon Age, if you've played it before, when you meet the elves for the first time, after you've heard about like how awful they are assholes to you. They are genuinely like mean to you. And then the more you interact with them, the more you just kind of go, are you being mean to me because you're actually assholes? Are you being mean to me because you're preemptively prepared for me to hate you because of your stereotype? And that right there is exactly the problem that we deal with in current day. Is that everyone has been fit into a camp for some reason. And I actually kind of know why. It's that we don't subscribe to religion anymore. Not to turn this into a religious conversation, but here's the thing, right? I've talked about this before. Here, we're gonna turn this into a thing. I'm actually gonna save this one more time because this is ready for coloring. All of this is ready for coloring. Actually, we're gonna do this, really. So, the average person, right? The average person can know about 150 people. This is your tribe, right? This is actually your tribe. This is the amount of people that you're able to know, right? Here's what happens after that. How do you then add more people on top of 150 people? Well, you give them something to rally around. Instead of 150 people, you now go city. Right? Now you've moved up from tribe to city, right? And cities. Hey Alex, no, it's technically an after hours, but it's because the earlier one like died out. The city gets broken up into pieces, right? Where 150 people can exist in each of these little pieces, but all of them come together to form the city. Then, after the city, you get the country. Now, all of these little dots are all in a little chunk of land, and these are all cities. But now, how do you link a country together? How do you link a city together? Religion. You give them all something to commonly believe in. It's how you link everybody to have consistent laws. Instead of each city or each tribe having their own set of laws, you give them something to believe in that gives them some sort of moral standard that keeps them under wraps and keeps them consistent within each other. This is where religion comes in, because after that, really think about it too. Right? If you look at Europe, how many countries can be all unilaterally called Europe and all be cool with that? And that defines a singular culture and singular religion. You can't really do that. Right? The further east you go in Europe, the less you get Christianity. Like England, France, Spain, Christianity. You go a little bit more, you get Judaism. You go a little bit more, you get Islam, right? So that's how you break up more people, is that now you have, Christianity. I'm going to draw a dreidel. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do the Star of David. And then I'm going to draw a book, because of the Quran. I'm sorry. I know that's really bad, like religious imagery, but it's the best I can come up with, right? But here's the thing. In the modern day, we don't do this. We can't do this. Because not everybody subscribes to a religion anymore. No one does that. So you know what we started doing? We started sectioning people off into tribes and cities and countries again by combining them into groups. So now what we have are gamers. We have the LGBT. We have right wing. We have left wing. Hinduism and Buddhism. Over there, Asia somewhere. Right. But I think, isn't Asia considered its own country? Technically? I think it's part of Europe. I'm not geology. I'm trying to make a point. Stop undermining me. But we start breaking each other up into these tiny little micro things. And what happens with these too is that these get further broken down. Have a good night, Badger. Because you're not simply just a gamer. Do you like RPGs? Right? Do you like cozy games? Do you like MMOs? Oh, hi, Calf. Same thing with the LGBT. Sometimes you have TERFs. Like fucking J.K. Rowling. Sometimes you have people that are like, no trans people, get out of here. Sometimes you get people that like don't want the bisexual. You have so many people in just this little community that are all over the fucking place. Same thing with left wing. Same thing with right wing. They're all over the place. All these people are all over the place because you can't group these convoluted, complex varieties of ideas into one stereotype, but everyone tries to. And that's the problem. See, you wouldn't consider that, but they consider themselves to be. Have a good night, Pravis. That's the overall problem. Like would we say that like mobile games are part of actual gamers? Some might say yes, some might say no. Would we say people that play board games, are they gamers? Maybe. That's a really specific distinction. But does that take away from what they are? Does that apply all the gamer stereotypes to them? How does that work? And that's our problem right now, is that we keep defining people by what used to be, admittedly, kind of easy, like, descriptors. calling somebody Christian, calling somebody Muslim, calling somebody like Jewish, that's a pretty basic way to understand what their beliefs and foundational understanding of the world is. And I'm not arguing for or against it. I'm just saying that made sense to people. It was easy to other that aspect. Some people want the world to be simpler than actually it is. People of a demographic have so much more to them than their own aspect. Exactly. But here's the problem with that, is that all of this would not matter if it wasn't for the fucking internet. I don't want to be a doomer. I do not want to be a big doomer about the internet. But here's what the internet does. Is that the average human, right? If you take a person, right? They can maybe walk 10 miles in both directions. If they get a car, I'm going to say they can drive 100 miles in both directions. Right? That's bits in the face of it time and again, for this world does not desire nor care to explain itself to any. Exactly. Right? So we're taking the internet out of the example. We just have regular Joe. This is Joe, right? This is Joe Sippy here, right? Joe is a lovely guy. Joe is a regular dude. And, you know, he might drive into the city every once in a while to hang out with his city friends. He might, you know, walk to his buddy's house down the road to go drink a beer on, like, you know, Friday night football or some shit. That's his life. That's totally normal. He could have 10 friends within 10 miles of himself, and he could have 100 friends within 100 miles of himself, and he would never reach that breaking point of his tribe of 150 people. He could reasonably have that many connections, that many acquaintances, that many good friends, that many relationships. Totally normal. But you know what happens? Uh-oh, it's the early 90s, and something gets added. The internet. And then we skip forward a little bit to the late 2000s. It's in everybody's home. Everybody has their own PC. Everybody's doing stuff. Now he can talk to his buddy that's all the way in Japan. Halfway across the whole fucking world. And he's able to talk to him at the same time. No longer is he limited by his means of travel, nor the time spent to go hang out with those people. No, he can do it at the touch of a fucking finger. No longer is he defined by the borders of his town, or what city he lives near, or how much a plane ticket is. He can go anywhere at any time and talk to whoever, and this means he has access to the 7 billion people on planet Earth at any time. That is so many people that they cannot fundamentally understand or comprehend how many people they're talking to. Well, I'm not saying that the internet is bad or wrong. It's that we're still applying our tribe mentality to the whole of the internet. And that tribe mentality requires us to break us down into smaller and smaller groups. And what we get is anime fans, the weird anime fans. I'm an anime fan, but not one of those weirdos. Access to the internet's not going to be 7 billion. I'm doing a hyperbole. Both pronunciations. Even if it's not a full 7 billion. Okay, you know what? What was the max of World of Warcraft? 12 million players were in World of Warcraft. Listen, both sides and understand the world. That's not. I'm not talking about like left or right. I'm not doing that right now. I'm saying 12 million people is more people than you can ever meet in your life. You can't do that. You can't form those bonds with those people. Even for someone like me, right? Where we're on the cusp of hitting 3K. We're genuinely about to hit 3K subscribers, which is a huge number. Again, like, I know in the grand scheme of YouTube, 3K sounds really fucking small. Don't forget to update the donation tracker. I did. Did I not? But you have a good night, Killa. I did. I did for Champ Bob and I did for Anya when they donated earlier. It's up there. I got derailed. Hold on. Pull back. Hold on. Rewind. 12 million people, that's a lot of people. Markiplier, me, 3,000. There we go. We're back. So like Cap hunting for that fucking butt shot, I guess. Yeah, please take off as much pressure as you can on Hull. Poor bucko. But that's 3K is a lot of people. I will never be able to properly meet and understand 3,000 people. They might all be subscribed to me. They might all reasonably like my content. But that doesn't mean I'll ever get to know them personally. I'll never be able to do that. It's not possible. I long ago, even before I started streaming, cracked a number I will never be able to fully understand or know. But the one thing those 3K people have in common, almost 3K, we're not entirely there yet, is that they all like me to some degree. And that's really nice, but that's also really scary. Because not to put myself on a fucking pedestal, by the way, I'm not doing that, but I'm trying to compare this, right? 3K people is the equivalent to me being a mayor of like a city. There's little me. I'm gonna put my arm down. That does not look good. I'm a mayor of like a city. This is my city. Not even a city. You know what? I'm gonna say small town. Small town of 3,000 people. Am I gonna know everyone who moves in? Am I gonna know everybody that decides to come to my town? No. I can't do that. I wish I could. Sure, I can host events, and sure, I can have people come in. And of course, I have my people that, you know, come in here every once in a while. And of course, I have all of you guys that tune in to stream as often as you can. But that doesn't mean I can meet everybody. And also, just because, you know, all of you guys are subscribed to me, you might be subscribed to me for different reasons. I know a lot of our subscriber base is only subscribed to me purely for Atlas. I know that full well, and I don't mind. I built my city purely around Atlas at this point. But I also have art. And those people take action over something not in your... Yeah. Again, I'm not saying that any of this is necessarily bad. I'm not saying that any of this is necessarily wrong. I'm not saying that any of this is harmful or damaging or evil or anything like that. I'm just pointing out that this is the reality that we live in nowadays. And the problem that more and more people are kind of running into with these stereotypes and otherwise is that everybody wants to be a mayor. Everybody wants their own town, but nobody wants to be a villager. Everybody wants a village, nobody wants to be a villager. That's it. Right? You've definitely heard that saying before. Everybody wants to be one. Everybody. To the point where you have people on the internet who just overshare their life and experiences and things that they go through with their face fully example. They show where they work, they show where they drive to, so on and so forth. And they have people that like them. You have many people in your life with vastly different worldviews. Try to listen to them as best you can. No, that's fine. I'm not saying you can't have friends on either side or whatever. I don't care about that. You don't want to be a mayor? That's good. That's a good thing. That's okay. You don't gotta be. Here's a little fun fact about little Sydney here, by the way. This is a very fun fact. I actually don't like being in a position of power. I don't like it. Unless I am 1000% confident that whatever decision I make is actually a good decision. And what I mean by that is that I would much rather be a grunt and just be told what to do, be a mindless little grunt, just be told, do this, do that, do this, do that. I'm so cool with taking orders. But the second you give me an ounce of power, it's not that I go evil. I don't go evil. But it's like I take it seriously. I don't take power lightly. I don't take the responsibility that I have to, be a joke. I don't take it as a bit, right? And to bring it all back kind of halfish, full circle-ish as to what kind of kicked off this conversation in the first place, is that I am technically in charge of not only my channel, but my Discord and my community, to the point where most of you, not saying all, but most of you somehow look up to me and spend a lot of time around me and spend a lot of time with me. And in order for me to take that job seriously, see, we're bringing it back full circle. Here we go. In order for me to take that job seriously, to take that power that I have, because I have power. I have to acknowledge it. I do. I have people in my paws. People who would listen to me. People who look up to me. People who value the advice that I give them. I need to care. It's weird that I'm again saying this in my underwear. I have to keep pointing out. It's very strange, but I need to care. Because if I don't care, I run the risk of at any point in time, misusing that power. And this pulls us all the way back to what I was initially talking about, is the sense that my fear of growing so large that I can't get to know anyone anymore puts all of this into perspective. No, the people of democracy voted for Nakey. They're getting Nakey. It's what they voted for. It's what they're getting. They made their bed. They're laying in it. Not with me, though. I'm taken. The point that I'm trying to make is that, again, I'm not blind to the situation and the future proofing that I need to do in order to hit the goals that I have. My ambitions My drive and my goals lay farther beyond 3K, farther beyond 10K, farther beyond 100K, farther beyond 1 million. All right? I'm taking this shit to the fucking top, one way or a fucking another. And I'm doing it on my own fucking well, I don't want to say dime. I'm doing it on my own time. Better. I'm trying to think of what to say next. I'm actually trying to think of what to say next. I don't try to do anything halfway. I don't try to bullshit things. I really don't. I try to give my 100% every time I fucking can. I really do. God, tomorrow's gonna be awful. We're gonna have so many goofballs. I swear to God. I'm being too mushy right now. I gotta say some mean ass shit. I hate all of you. I don't value any of you. I despise your entire existence. You're the worst people ever. Oh my God. Like, give me money, give me money, give me money. I can't even do it jokingly. I actually can't. But no, like, again, I know that you guys are random internet strangers. I'm a random internet stranger. you don't even know what I look like. You don't even know. When you close your eyes, all you see is the wolf. It's all you see. That's all you get. It's all you're gonna get. Oh, retro. That'd be horrible. Like, this. Says possess exerciser. Not be able to speak with your whole group at some point. It'll be the moment you have to change how you interact with the space I've made. Exactly. And in the meantime, while I have every chance that I can, I will do what I can to be sure to give back to those who are there with me now. I'm not going to Griffith, you guys. Monster Hunter World is ooh! You want to play with fire, Vorkson? Oh, I see. Oh, you want to play with fire. You might be a lizard, but I'll teach you you can fucking burn. God, I hate that, like, when I press my buttons, it, like, causes these things to work. I don't know how to, like, disable them, even. Can I get rid of those, actually? Status bar. Navigator. No, I don't know what any of that is. You've only played Freedom Unite? Okay, you know what? Freedom Unite's good. I like Freedom Unite. I have no issue with that. You love it? Oh, you're dead. Oh, you're cooked. Nah, you're getting sizzled. You're getting turned into a steak and cheese. You're getting turned into a fish and cheese. That's what you're getting turned into. Stop doing that. But again, half the reason I talk like this with you guys and I make these big sweeping marks and moments of like, I care about you guys. Oh my God. Oh wow, I so care. Oh my God. I'm gonna do so much and I'm gonna go to the top and I'm gonna be the best ever and I'm gonna be awesome and I'm gonna be the best. And I don't know, I'm just gonna be the best ever and I'm gonna be so cool and awesome. The reason I do that is because I want you to understand that your time, your moments here, your time talking to me, your time with me is something that I value to the point that I am going to miss it if it ever disappears. And I don't mean that you are replaceable and that anybody can be having these conversations with me, because only you guys could be having these conversations with me because you bring something unique to the table every time you're in chat. And I'm going to miss that if it ever disappears. And I want you to know that even in these moments where these are like milliseconds of your life, genuinely, but I value them. And even when, you know, my ambition takes us to the fucking moon, because it will, you being here is helping me get there. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna Griffith you guys, but I'm not gonna eclipse you guys. We're gonna say that. I'm gonna berserkify you right now. Let's get yelled at by YouTube. I don't mind. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, what's like the best shot? Oh, that's a really good shot. I think it's like a painting. It is. Stop opening it on Reddit. I'm gonna put down the pen for this, and I'm okay. Teacher is the most amount of clothes that I can put on at this current moment. Okay, because I'm gonna get like a little real. Okay, more real than I already have been technically. I'm really gonna gun it for that tier. I'm gonna gun for it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna zoom in on this too. You guys, and even those who aren't watching right now, are my Band of the Hawk. And I'm not Griffith. I'm not gonna Griffith you, don't worry. No Bahelit, no fucking none of that shit. None of that shit's gonna happen. But I like the metaphor of this camp, right? I'm gonna scoot out of the way. All of these little bonfires are individual dreams. And all of them have gathered together around the raging inferno that is Griffith's dream. Me. I'm Griffith. No, I'm not. But my ambition, I know I keep saying ambition like I'm a fucking Elden Ring boss. What the fuck? My goals, my drive, my everything, my end, not even my end goals, just the journey that I want to go on, the dream I want to achieve, I hope is such a brightly burning dream that I'm able to share with you both my passion and my ability, limited though it may be. Griffith. Did I say Griffin? I'm not trying to resummon the Griffin of Destruction here, okay? Not trying to have that happen again. But I hope that my fire gives your fire something to feed off of. I sit here and I rant and tell you how awesome I am, apparently. That's apparently what we do most of the time, I guess. I don't know what's with me lately. I fucking hate this. I think it's that I don't have water. I need water. But my hope is that my fire gives you something to feed off of. And creates your own dream, your own desire, your own thing that you want to do. Gives you inspiration, gives you the comfort that by helping me, I will in turn do what I can to help you. I might not know you. We may never meet each other. I may never know your true name. Tales from Earthsea. But that doesn't mean I should treat you like shit And that doesn't mean you are not worth getting the help that you need to achieve the things that you want to do. There is no reason in the world that we live in that your dreams should not necessarily come true. If there's a video game you want to make, go make it. If there's a comic you want to make, go make it. If there's an animation you want to make, go make it. If there's a painting you want to paint, go paint it. If there's a story you want to write, go write it. If there's a sport you want to take part in, go take part in it. If there's somebody you want to be, go be that person. I think that's a smaller part. I'm gonna keep fluffing my feathers here. I feel so bad that I keep doing this. I'm really, really sorry. But it genuinely brings me like incomparable joy. I don't think there's a word for it. There's genuinely not a word for how happy I get to be when I see somebody kind of like halfway take me aside and like say, hey, is it cool if you actually refer to me as they, them? And I go, oh, I got you. I apologize if I slip up just a little bit, but I got you. I will do that. When I asked you guys for what names you actually prefer, that made me happy too. Because you feel comfortable trying to be the person you want to be. And I like that I've created a space that people feel comfortable in expressing, not only just expressing that, but trying that. Not to call out fucking Rose, poor fucking Rose. I don't even think they're here. But, you know, their name changes while I goof on them a little bit. I understand. You know, they're trying out different things for their personality. They're trying to transition as best as they can. And here they feel comfortable enough to be open and be out like that. And I love that. Iron Sword, yeah. You know, and... oh, have a good night, Alex. Don't ever act like I don't care, you piece of shit. I'm kidding, you're fine. That's what started this, you fucking asshole. I was diligently working, you dick. And you got me talking about shit. I don't know. Again, trying to take it back to what I was talking about before. I know what it's like to have instability. To be unsure in things. To be worried about stuff. Oh God, am I stressed? Oh shit, am I stressed? So, I do what I can. The one thing you fuckers have to do is stop denying it for 5 seconds. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to take advantage of you. I'm not here to manipulate or turn you into something that you're not. I just want you to feel comfortable being who you are. And every time that I'm vulnerable with you guys and I tell you either something that's going on in my life or, you know, I tell you about like some fuck up that I did when I was a kid or something stupid, I don't do it for content's sake. I don't do it for the clicks. I don't do it for anything like that. I do it to open up to you guys and be like, hey, look, you know, I've gone through some shit. I've done some cool shit. I've done some dumb shit. I've done some weird shit. I've done some weird ass stuff. It's okay. And I don't expect you to be vulnerable openly with everybody, of course, within reason. I just want you to be comfortable. You know, like an old English television show. Are you sitting comfortably? I just want you guys to be comfortable. I want you, when you come here, right? All of you, every single one of you, I want you all to feel comfortable when you show up here. When you sit with me, when you listen to the weird-ass music I play, when you listen to me rant about religion, it always comes back to religion. It's surprisingly always there. I hate it. I hate that I always have to bring up religion. It's always so fucking divisive. But I want it to be a place no different than an MMO, oddly enough. You know, I want you guys to feel like who you show up to be here is your own custom character, and you can freely change it whenever you want. You can be who you want to be, Barbie girl. Just, you know, stop worrying so much. I know that's rich coming from me. I know that's really, really rich coming from me. But I'm being serious. Like, I'm not going to tell you it's going to be all right. I won't do that. Resisting the urge to ramble. Okay. Also, we're going to go back to nudie. Because, you know, people asked for it. You know, is it... I have a question. I have a genuine question, all right? I'm gonna ruin the mood, by the way. And we're going to close this, and I'm going to change the music again. But we're going to keep the same vibe. Here, we'll do this track again. Here, I'm gonna ask a question. Tama. Oh, right. I'm sorry, Calf. Would you rather I call you Tama? Tama? However I say it. Back to evil horse and half-naked wolf woman. There you go. Now I'm gonna ask like a slightly disarming question here. Answer honestly. Is the glasses more or less like sexual? Is there something more like sexual about being nude but still wearing glasses? Tama. Tama. I can call you that if you prefer. I'm sorry if I haven't been doing that. No, I got you. I got you, Holmes. Sometimes I forget. That's my bad. Who's messaging me? Who else is saying stuff? Add a bit of flare to the eyes. It's less. Okay. No opinion either way. But it's nice. Okay. The implication that you should be wearing more if you have glasses on. Okay. See, that was my thought process, admittedly. That's where my brain was. Okay, good. We opened safely. See, that was my logic. Now, okay. Glasses and ponytail. Huh? Yeah? No? How did I do color? Oh, I must have just grabbed it. That's what I must have done. Do you pass out on your iPad with me in the background? Hell yeah. It's kind of what I'm doing. But I really want like a drink. Why don't we have water? Mommy, why don't we have water? Trying to find where like the... There's like a really strong... Is that what that is? She's still too fucking bright. I mean, I guess that works then. I can just pull from this. It's fine. She's still too damn bright. How the fuck am I supposed to know the difference, actually? Alright, I'm just grabbing the shirt. Color theory will save me. Color theory, I believe in you. Oh, I forgot to erase back here a little bit. Grab her hair again. Barely anything really super duper changed. But yeah, after that big long ramble rant, don't fucking doubt that I care about you guys, you fucking goofballs. Fucking assholes. Yeah, actually. Oh. You think this is fake? You think I'm a faker? Am I a bitch? What am I, a slut? You think I just go around giving my care and adoration to any fucking Tom, Dick, or Jenry? I don't know what I said. Shut up. No. I would not self-insert myself. That was actually a really big problem for a long time, actually, with myself, is that I never, as much as Elise was my character, she was never really an example of myself. You know what I mean? She was never like a self-insert. I liked her, and she technically would represent me, but she was never like my persona, if you would. And it was only very recently, through a good friend of mine actually kind of helping me kind of be more comfortable designing my own persona. Well, not really, they helped me too much, but they were like, I met a furry that I could interact with and actually be like, oh shit, you're like a furry. And then when Final Fantasy XIV's Dawn Trail came out and they added female Hrothgar, and I had every intention of becoming a Final Fantasy XIV streamer, I said, hey, that just kind of like works out a little bit. I'll just make my persona my Hrothgar. Because that makes sense. Right. And then over time, obviously, because of... I actually have to thank Dawn Trail's pseudo-failure, actually. Because if it was successful, and I did in fact get like a decent audience built entirely around myself playing 14, I probably never would have turned into a wolf. And also, I never would have experimented more with my design beyond my Hrothgar. Because if you go back to all my earlier streams, you would have just seen basically what was just a Hrothgar. As much as I'm certain some people would still like that, I do like that I kind of grew into my own kind of existence. I'm not entirely defined by 14. What's going on there? And that's kind of where Sydney even kind of came from. I say that like that's not me. I mean, it's a name I've gone by for a long time. But I, as your resident Fanta addict, would actually swap between names fairly frequently. But I do still technically want to keep Elise and myself separate. She's got her thing going on, I've got my thing going on. For face glasses, add either roundness or sharpness. Whatever leads to how open a character presents. Personally, I want mine to be like your IRL ones, but more. Interesting. I wonder what your take on my Final Fantasy character would be then, because my go-to hat combo is the little hat with like the circle glasses. I think it makes me look really cute and like kind of scholarly. I kind of like it a lot. So I'm kind of noticing I kind of lose her tail here a little bit, but I think that's okay. No one's gonna notice. It's fine. Besides me pointing it out to all of you guys, but even still. Hey, Mouse. No prob, Ho. You have a good night. Comics going all right. I like anytime I get to draw my girl. How pretty she is. Really good bowl of ramen. Oh, you lucky bastard. Don't make me hungry right now. I was debating getting ramen earlier, actually. Because did you guys know it's actually a good idea to eat spicy food if it's hot out? Because of the spice will make you sweat, so you'll actually cool off. Actual ramen? Did you get like the Naruto in it too? And like an egg? Did you get an egg? I like my ramen with an egg. I'm sad I'm out of eggs. Made the last of my eggs last night. Really good egg. Pretty fucking good egg. Actually, technically here, her eyes would be like super duper wide. You're being told something, but you're not sure what these Smirnoff ads are saying. It was tonkatsu. Okay. Tonkatsu. Had green onions, a boiled egg, and some seaweed. And another vegetable. Don't recognize texture of an onion. Okay. A couple pieces of pork in it. Ooh, not bad. I usually get, when I get ramen, I will get a spicy beef. It has brisket in it. It's very good. It's late birthday lunch. I bet, yeah, it sounds nice. You don't think you just buy? It's fair. No, it depends on the place you go, because sometimes the chili oil that they can put in it can be like really, really spicy. And pork chops on it. It's first use. This sounds really good. You guys gotta stop making me hungry right now. You gotta knock that off. That's good. I always like to hear that. I still have to actually like edit that like short that we did earlier today. That was really fun. Well, I appreciate being given some amount of thanks for that. When most of it is still yourself. I hope you know that. As much as I try to lead you guys to water, it does not in fact mean that you have to drink. Though I still want water. Bitch, you ain't pregnant, you just thirsty. I usually crave water. I'm just fucking dehydrated, that's all. I know I am, too. That's even worse. God damn, that sucks ass, huh? Let me cry really quick. It's like 2 a.m. Hold on, let's cry really quick. Oh. Okay. Hold on. No, wait. No. We're good. No, wait. No, we're fine. Have a good night, Tama. See, I can do it right. And I will remember for the future. Don't you worry. And tomorrow I'll be installing my AC, don't worry. So I will not be as hot as I was today. So that means Permanaki will most likely be going away. I am not making the same mistake. Do I want a Mountain Dew? Dude, I could crush a Mountain Dew. Let's do a Mountain Dew. Bottle fee? They charge me for the bottle? I do not need energy drinks. I need water. I can get two 1 liter water bottles for $2.79. Ooh, I can get Arizona iced tea for like 99 cents. I feel like that's just how they usually are, but okay, if we're gonna make a big deal out of it, we can make a big deal out of it, sure. I can get 2 beef jerkies for the price of one. What the fuck is that? I don't trust that. Oh, but they got the beef tender bites? Oh, I might have to. Oh, but I might have to. I like the beef tender bites like a lot. I used to get those all the time. Fuck. All right, I'm adding them. It's 2 for $12. What the fuck? What the fuck? I do not trust that flame broiled burger though. That looks scary. Wait a sec. Whatever happened to those drinks? Hold on a second. Yeah, neuro. Are those still a thing? Neuro Bliss is a functional, lightly carbonated lifestyle beverage designed to help reduce stress and promote relaxation without causing drowsiness. Available in flavors like white raspberry, it is formulated with natural ingredients, contains only 35 calories per bottle, and is vegan, gluten-free, and lactose-free. I used to get these things all the fucking time. Have you guys stopped selling neuro drinks? Went into 2 QTs this morning and they were different drinks in Neuro's spot. Didn't see them anywhere. Do not believe we carry them anymore after the drink reset. That's a tough blow. Insomnia, and that's the only thing that seems to help. Neuros are gone. If you're lucky, stores will have them in the bag from the resets. Ask a manager or call around before going shopping. Be sure to ask if they're 50% off if they have them. This is true. My store will still has some. This is a year ago. Oh no, are they discontinued? No, they're discontinued. No, I love these things. I hear a cat outside my door. Don't worry, Jazz. We'll be doing that this Wednesday too. So if you were messing up last time, I'll do a better job explaining this time. But these fucking things, did you guys ever have these? Unironically, like, have you ever had these? Neuro drinks? Neurogasm? Jesus. Whoa. Okay, I only ever saw these ones. There's like Probucha Immune Gasm Playful Energy. Is that the drink you drink when you want to bang? No, but I had these. Bliss was really good. I would always get those to vibe because they would actually make me feel really calm. I don't know what the fuck they were. Yeah, they were lightly fizzy and they never tasted like shit. You know, it's not like seltzer where it tastes like dirty dishwater. They always tasted like really, really good. No, these were like they're 1000. They have to be like light placebos. But Neuro Bliss would always make me feel super duper calm. Sleep would put me to sleep, and Sonic, well, I'm in the way. Sonic would be like a pseudo energy drink. They were really, really good. I love these things. And they came in these like really cool containers where they had like a cap that hid the other cap. But I guess you could kind of tell that they were going to shit when they stopped doing that. When they stopped having like the cool gimmick behind their cap. Yeah, Bliss was like my favorite. I used to drink these things all the time because they were in the little like shitty section. They were cheap and they were in the shitty section at like Shaw's, so I would get them all the time. You can have a flared base. Do you think it'd be sorry, thinking out loud. No, these things were awesome. Did not know they had a sexual version though. The gasm. What does the gasm say? Should I Google that even? Hold on. Neurogasm passion fruit lifestyle beverage. Does that just make you horny? They're out of stock. Details. Drink chilled, increases drive and stamina. Visit drinkneuro.com/gasm for more details. Sustains energy. Website. Improves performance. And then it lists a bunch of things that are in it. Ingredients: reverse osmosis filtered water. No idea what that means. Refrigerate after opening. Not recommended for children, women who are pregnant or nursing. Consult a physician prior to use. Holy shit. So is that website still around? Drink Neuro. .com. I got it. /gasm specifically. Oh shit, websites. Oh, 44 is not around. Products. Damn, their website's like a shadow of its former self. It's crazy. Man, these things are awesome. Sad day. Sad day. Lava lamp contain. I agree. It was good. Crushing it. Yeah. No, I love those things. I'm sad you guys never got to. I'm sad I never got to tell you guys to try those. Those are like really good. They were always a good time. Okay, back to work. I need the Red Knight's like armor and stuff. Should be here. I think they're as good as they're gonna get. Is that and that different? Those two colors are in fact different. Thank you, eyes, for not betraying me. Darker one goes here, the lighter one goes there. Guard there, guard there. And he's got like a chestnutty horse. Darken her up a little bit though. Did give him like detailed folds though. Oh right, I was ordering drinks. That's what I was doing. I totally blanked on that for a sec. Hold on. I need water. Oh. Oh. Is that worth it? I'm gonna get rid of both of those. That's a little bit more worth it. Okay. Skippy dippy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Oh. Okay. Where is it? Come here. Sorry, hold on, I have to put in my card. What do I think of sake? I don't dislike it. It's like drinking vodka for me. But I had gone to a hibachi place. I've probably told you this story before. So I hope you won't mind me telling it again, unless you don't remember it, then shut the fuck up. But I had gone to a hibachi place for my birthday back when I turned 21, and I had gone with my family. And that was where, I finally turned 21, and my mom's like, let's go get you a drink. And I was like, okay, yeah. And I had gotten Japanese beer. I had got an Ichiban. I think it was an Ichiban Kirin. And I had only gotten it because it had the word Kirin in it, and I said, ooh, Monster Hunter. How much of a fucking nerd I am. And I've known that I was not the biggest fan I should get a life. I have one. This is my life. I make money by making art on the internet. Are you good? Fucking dumbass. At least say something interesting. Jesus. But I had gotten a Kirin Ichiban as my first ever drink. Legal drink. I had been drinking like vodka and other bullshit for like a long time. But I had for that much? Brother, what is that? Nah. That's not. No. You get that much. Here we go. All things are right in the world. But you want to try sake? Didn't like it because he found it strange. It's supposed to be. So, okay, that's the point that I'm getting to, is that I had in my past drank sake because I got cooking sake. I got it specifically for cooking back in the day. I had used it to make sukiyaki. I used to make sukiyaki all the time. And in it required you to use sake in the sauce. And of course, you know, little 14-year-old me is going, yummy, alcohol, yay, I feel so drunk, wee, when it doesn't really do anything because it's just the flavor of it. It's borderline not even alcohol. But kudos to my mom for getting it for me, and kudos further for my mom to not worry that I was drinking it, even though I was drinking her salted caramel vodka that she had in the cupboard. It was very good. And so I had already had sake in my life, and I knew that I wasn't like the biggest fan of it. And also it's a little fucking, you know, I don't want to say hoity-toity, but it's definitely like not something you want to get at like a hibachi place, like just one that you're gonna kind of go to. It's not what you want to get there, right? And I knew that. My stepbrother didn't know that. And so I had gotten my Kirin Ichiban, and it's just a beer. It's just a regular beer. It's not anything to write home about. It was like my first drink that I had legally purchased somewhere. Ever since I've gotten stupid fruity drinks, except for the one time that I got like a really, really good Sam Adams Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead is so good. I'm not kidding. If you guys ever can get a Pumpkinhead, that shit is fucking phenomenal. It tastes so good. Oh my god. I did not realize I was gonna like pumpkin flavored beer. It's so weird. It's really good. I swear to you. But I was very happy and content with my first beer. You know, it's like, it's Japanese, whatever it is. My stepbrother, who always has to be included in whatever alcoholic drinking is going on, decided at the same time, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to get alcohol too. And because he only because he's a weeaboo, he's like actually unironically a weeaboo, he got the hot sake. He did. He in fact got the warm sake, and it was $30. And it came in a little teapot with the little cup, you know, the little dish cup that they give you. And he took one sip of it and didn't like it. And he went, ew, gross, I hate it. And then he didn't touch it. And because I knew I didn't like sake, and nobody else at the table knew that they like didn't like sake, nobody else drank it. So they just wasted $30 worth of alcohol. That pissed me off. Also because that is for like a table. The amount that he got was for a table. That wasn't just for one person. That's like for two people to share. So if I tuned in and was like, I'll take it. That's me, the lightweight, who has never drank before, ever, downing straight vodka meant for two people. No, dumbass. Furthermore, I have another alcoholic story that does involve my stepbrother once again being a fucking dumbass. is that we went to King Richard's Fair together, which is the Ren Fair that happens in Massachusetts. I wish I could go this year. I don't think I will. But at the Ren Fair, they serve mead at these little carts. They have little mead carts. And the way that it works is that the person selling you the mead is gonna bully you. They're just gonna do it to you. They give you a little bit of rasping. It's a little bit of role play, right? Stepbrother didn't know that, and he's like way more tism than I am. So he sees that like the waitress is being rude to him, and he's like, I don't really know if I want to partake in your business ventures with how you are treating me. But, you know, I love mead. Mead is like one of my favorite alcohols, genuinely. It depends on the mead, though. I don't like it when it's too syrupy. When it gets too syrupy, I don't like it. It's genuinely like drinking maple syrup at times. But like a good, fresh mulled mead, I love it. I do not hate it. And so we had gone up to it, and they give shots. They don't give like full bottles or anything. They just give shots because they're day drinking at a Ren Fair. And the way the sign was like made out, it was like, can I recreate it? Let me try to recreate it really quick. So it's like honey, raspberry, mead. And so in my head, I read that as, oh, it's honey, raspberry, mead. But then I am very quickly corrected by the very rude bar wench that it is not honey, raspberry, mead. It is instead honey or raspberry mead. And I go, oh, well, okay. I will take a raspberry, please. And she goes, all right, 1 raspberry. And then my stepbrother goes, well, I'll take a honey. Just to be different, right? He just wants to be different. But he was on board with getting the honey raspberry mead to begin with. He was on board with getting the full combo. And what ends up happening is that she hands me the honey mead. And I do not know what I have been handed. All I know is that I had ordered something and she had handed it to me, and he had ordered something else, and now she was handing him something. And I took a sip of it. And I was like, ooh, this is really good. This is really, really delightful. And then my stepbrother takes a sip of his, and he's like, I don't really like this. Only for then the bar wench to go, oh, right, you wanted the raspberry one, he wanted the honey one, right? I accidentally gave you the wrong ones, my bad. And then my stepbrother, gets so uppity, realizing that I had drank the thing that he ordered when they were both the same price, and he intended on getting the same thing. And actually, if anything, he got the better one because I got a raspberry after. It was actually way better. And it turns out that he was so appalled that he did not get what he wanted, even though he didn't really know what he wanted. He threw out the rest of it. He took 1 sip and threw out the rest of it. Like almost a beeline, immediately threw it into the bin. I'm like, dude, I hate you, but I would have drank that. I would have done. I would have just spun the cup around. I would have. Because this shit is really good. And then ever since, I've been getting mead myself. Even though I haven't gotten mead recently, I would. There's a good meadery here in Mass, over in Ipswich. And that's where I've been getting my mead from for a while. It's really good. Jason's Blunder. I doubt you'll ever be able to get it because it's a local meadery to Massachusetts specifically. But if you are in Massachusetts, and you want some good mead, get yourself a Jason's Blunder. Let me look it up. Let me tell you what's in it, and you'll see why I like it. $16.34. Jason's Blunder. It is out of Massachusetts. You could order it. It's $25. It is, look at this, honey raspberry wine and mead with strawberry and cranberry flavors. It is the fruitiest wine you will drink in your life, and it is so fucking good. Yep. No, you guys said it. Oh, total waste. And he has consistently pissed me off with that. He always wastes alcohol because he doesn't like alcohol. And then also he bought an IPA and tried to get me to drink it. And I was like, can you not with that? I fuck it. Disgusting. What am I? Stupid? IPAs are nasty, by the way. Do not drink those. If you go to your local supermarket, by the way, this is for anybody, by the way, getting into alcohol. If you go to your local supermarket and you see like cans and they sound really good, right? They sound really, really good. They'll usually be like some kind of blueberry lemonade or, you know, like some kind of strawberry delight or something like that. You know, they'll be like these kind of fruity flavors. Look at the can. If they're in cans, if they are in cans and they have like a weird film on the outside of them where they have like a pseudo texture, do not touch, do not drink, do not go near. It is disgusting. It will taste like ass and it's gross. Don't fucking drink that. You will thank me if you are ever unfortunate enough to drink one of those to realize that you did not spend or waste your money on it. Do not. I'm being so for real with you. Do not. IPAs are fucking nasty. And they lure you in. They do. They really do. By like tricking you into thinking that they're going to be something nice they're not. But do try mead. Mead is good. I like mead. See if you have a local meadery that makes good stuff. And get Seagrams. Seagrams are good too. They're very fruity. They're very nice. But also do try to stay away from bit alcohol. And when I say bit alcohol, I mean stuff like, you know, it's like Mountain Dew, but it's got alcohol in it. Or it's Monster, but it has alcohol in it. Or it's like anything like that. Stay away from that. Don't touch that. It's gross. It's nasty. You can make a way better cocktail at home by getting good quality alcohol and the drink itself. Don't get it pre-mixed. It's disgusting. Furthermore, if you're hanging out with your mom or, you know, you're doing something with ladies of the family, you know, be a little fruity and ask for a sangria. It's okay. I'm certain they'll be more than happy to make you one. Sangrias are awesome. My aunt made us one, or made me one rather, and it was so fucking good. And she went in on it. She added like, God, okay, so it's like, it was like half wine, cherries, grenadine, Sprite. Pretty sure she threw some raspberries in there too. With like 3 cubes of ice, specifically 3 cubes of ice. It was like the best fucking sangria I've ever had in my life. It was so fucking good. The fruit was awesome too. Can't diss fruit like that. fruit and alcohol is awesome. That's why I actually get old fashions. I really like old fashions, and I do recommend those as well. If you want a guaranteed way to not get carded at a restaurant, get an old fashioned. No teenager is gonna walk into a fucking establishment and go, hello, I would like one old fashioned. They're gonna go, whoa. All right, 50-year-old geezer, what's up? No, that's all that matters. Like, yeah. No, don't worry about anything. As long as it tastes good, who cares? Actually, next time me and Puck go to a ramen place that we go to, I gotta try looking into what that alcohol is that I got the first time we went, because it was so good. It was part of a bomb, though. Like, the beer itself was okay, but the shot that I got was really, really good. I would not mind having more of that. Also, I would not further mind doing another, like, wine stream. Like the one that we did with Kingdom Come. I wouldn't mind doing that again. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I know some people get worried when I drink, which is silly, I think, but I think it was fun. I made it worse. Don't fucking do that. What the fuck is that? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then is it ordering it neat? Is it a neat old fashioned? Is that what it is? With no ice or mixers, yeah. So if you want to be real extra, by the way, if you go back out to another place like that, step 1, double check with the server what kind of alcohol they put in the old fashioned. Can't remember all the ones that my mom listed off, but one of the top shelf ones that are very, very good, and I've seen it at, of all places, Margaritaville, is Elijah Craig. It's a bourbon, right? Elijah Craig. It can run, oh wow. It can run anywhere from a small batch, which could be $30 to $35, to a barrel, which could be up to $80. And there's single barrel expressions that could have been for 200 plus acres. Can I like buy it? Shopping. Let's see how much it actually is. Okay, one small batch of Elijah Craig is $25.99. A bourbon barrel proof is $69.99 on sale from $120. So it is some top shelf shit. But I assure you, it is the fruitiest bourbon you will ever taste in your life, and it is so fucking good. It is delightful. But you want to get it neat. If you're gonna get a bourbon, you ask for a neat old fashioned. Because again, step 1, make sure you ask what kind of alcohol is going into it. Because if you ask what's going into it, they won't scuff you with the bullshit. they'll make sure that they give you something good. Be a little discernible. Because they could give you like the bottom of the shelf whiskey or something like that, and then it's gross. They asked you enough to break you. They filled it to the top. Gross. No, at that point they just turned it into Dr. Pepper. What is that? No, you get a neat old fashioned, so it doesn't have ice in it, which kind of sucks because it's not cold, but it doesn't water down the alcohol, so you get to enjoy it longer. And you kind of get to sip it. That's how you're supposed to drink bourbon, by the way, is just sip it. You're not supposed to down the whole thing. You just take a little sip every now and then. So that's why, for me, putting ice in it kind of ruins it a little bit, is that over time, the ice waters it down, and then it just becomes alcoholic water instead of, like, fruity, good-tasting alcohol. So, always be sure to ask as well. Otherwise, they could entirely just screw you over. And bad whiskey or bad bourbon will give you a fucking headache. Take it from little old me. My stepdad's the same way, because he often goes away on like business trips and stuff, usually to China, because that's where all the factories are that he oversees, and he'll go over there and he'll come back with some fucking over the top, over expensive fucking alcohol, and then my uncle will be like, yes, this is very good, yes, yes. It's like, dude, do you even understand what you're drinking? Which is rich coming from stupid little old me, but hey. Oh shit, my drinks are here. Hold on, I'll be right back. They got dropped off early, like 9 minutes ago. I'll be right back. drinks have been acquired. Whoa. So you know how I said I wanted water? They did in fact get me water. But they got me like the huge tanker fucking cups. I'm not complaining. I'm just impressed that I got those for like $2. Oh, holy shit, this thing's fucking huge. Hot, damn. Okay. My God. Let's wrap this up. Sorry, stairs. My worst enemy. Always and forever. Water at long last, yay. Have you guys had water today? You bastards. It's quite nice. Also, give me like 1 second. Like an additional second. Whew. Stairs. Hold on 1 second. Oh, got you. Alright, I just had to double check. Whew. Wait, what's your favorite drink? Or water. Is that what you mean, water? I totally blanked on what I was telling you guys to do. Because we were just talking about alcohol, so I'm thinking about alcohol this whole time. Like, wait, what's your favorite drink? You didn't tell me what your favorite drink was. Also, if you want a good beer, grapefruit German beer, Hofenstetter. Get yourself a good Hofenstetter. Not kidding there. Those are really good. In case you can't tell, I really like fruity stuff, but it's because fruity stuff tends to taste really good. Rider on the storm. Rider on the storm. Rider on the storm. God damn, he's kind of like actually scary. It's like a cold cup of. No, you're right. No, you're so right. I've never heard a more true than that right there. And the inverse is true as well, where it's like nothing is worse than like a lukewarm cup of cup of water. Too far. Too close. Too close. I'm the Joker, baby. I'm the fucking Joker. Ah! Hey, Hirasomi. Here's my girl. Look at her. More water. Ah. Well, let me check the expiration date on those fucking snackies. Hold on. Is it still hot? I mean, I'm naked, aren't I? So probably, yeah. That wasn't supposed to sound like that. I'm sorry. It is in fact still hot, yeah. But mostly because I'm naked. 03/11/2027. So we're good. All right, these are good. Hell yeah. Break these bitches open. Nothing more like... Oh my god, holy shit, that's strong. Wow. Oh, nothing like good dog treats, you know what I mean? Yummy, yummy dog treats. Holy shit, these things are huge. Oh, it's not an AC problem. I just don't have it installed in the window. That's all. I'm gonna do that tomorrow before stream. So it will be, in fact, taken care of tomorrow. You're entirely wearing clothes. What does that even mean? I want another one. No, that was good. No, that was really good. I've never had my like taste buds dance like that. And that's so weird to say, but it's true. It was just like, I don't know, it's like the perfect consistency for like little doggy meat. Ow. I love chewy meat. I like when I get like Slim Jims, right? I don't not the donation sound that you guys are probably used to where it's like, hey, I'm beating my meat. Am I wearing clothes or not? I mean, do you have eyes? If you have eyes, they will give you visual information. It's pretty cool like that. Oh no, I got Jack Link's like beef tender bites, like the teriyaki kind. They're really good. I used to get these all the time. But when I get Slim Jims, I like calling them my fake meat. Oh, I gotta go get my fixin' for my fake meat. Hold 'em, I gotta go get my fake meat. Yummy, yummy fake meat. It's pretty good. I'm gonna grab another one. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna be a bad dog tonight. Nothing like some good salted meat and water to really rehydrate you. Oh, it's not bad. It's more that I should be saving them. Good, he stands out a bit more now. Where's my triangle brush? About some stars. Let me get her shading. That should hopefully bring everything kind of together a little bit. was like, why isn't that working? I like how quickly she goes from like kind of flat to having a lot more volume just by me shading her hair. Really nice. I'm gonna have another one. Yummy. Basically my dinner for tonight. I'm cool with that. She just got so much more volume. It was crazy. Also, I do want to say as well, thank you guys for hanging out with me so late tonight. I feel bad about earlier's problems that happened, but glad we got to turn it around. Glad we got a little bit of work done today. Definitely not getting all 3 pages done. Definitely not doing that, but we got what we could done. We got another page ready to be uploaded, basically here. I just have to do like sound effects and stuff. And you know, hopefully tomorrow will be another good day. Is what I do. Of course, guys. I'm glad it's just like chill drawing and stuff. Even though it was quite a lot of rambling earlier, admittedly, but sometimes you just gotta get it out of your body. I have to get it out of my body like all the time. I'm not over. No, of course not. No, I'd be up until like 3 to 4 a.m. anyways, especially after last night. It's just a nice way to chill out, so I can hopefully get to sleep. Because last night, because of my headache, I could not sleep until like, I don't know, like 8 a.m. So because of that, like, I would be up at this time anyways. Plus, I'm usually awake until 3 a.m. to begin with, so it's not anything new. That headache yesterday was like nasty. Which it had to have been a combination of me sleeping weird the night previous and also the heat. Like it was hot yesterday. It was hot today even. I need to find my can of compressed air. I do not know what I did with it. Because I gotta clean out my computer again. It's gotta be full of dust at this rate. I'll also definitely be letting it rest tonight, too. Forgot her choker. Also, I should preemptively say, I don't think it matters, but I'm going to say it anyways. The choker doesn't have any, like, meaning or anything. I know sometimes jewelry tends to have, like, meaning or stuff. It doesn't. It's just part of her outfit. It's just a part that, like, separates her head from her body. Let's do that. I mean, you could always go the classic, like, Katara route, which is like, my mother's necklace. It's my mother's. My mother gave me this necklace before she died. That's why I care about it. You could always do that. You could also just, in general, make it like a wedding band or like a promise band or something like that. That's always good too. Hold on. One more meat. This stone could also be magical. There's like another angle you could go for. Loads of things that you can do, actually. There you go. I know it's not necessarily jewelry, but what is it? Castlevania does that. The, like, TV show? They did that with the Belmont crest. Jewelry, in a lot of cases, and like all of human history, tends to have like very important meanings. You know, no one really gets a necklace or some kind of ring or like even a bracelet even without it meaning something. There's always a purpose behind jewelry. Oh, yeah. I don't know words. I'm like a writer or something, right? Cool with that. Pocket's gonna kill me for that horse. I can already hear her. Maybe try save. I'm gonna actually save it as a JPEG too. Stars. There we go. I want the shot of his helmet. I just want to do this really quick because I want to see what it's gonna look like. You look so dorky. What if I gave him 2? What if I gave him 2? Hello. Oh, somehow 2 actually makes it worse. Do you see what I mean? Like 2 somehow, like 1 for the other guy was like fine. This one feels like a sort of creature poking his head out rather than like an entity. You know what I mean? Try 3. Gaio doesn't have 3 eyes. Like a spider. Spiders have like 8 eyes. What? Or 4 eyes. How many eyes does a spider have? Look at him. I'm attacking you to call out to ask you about your car's extended warranty. I like the 2 eyes. It gives them a little bit more difference compared to the other 2. Because they do show... Oh, I actually have them. Damn, I fucked up his helmet pretty bad, huh? Oh, the difference. Oh, the difference. I think it's just more rounder at the top. That's okay, though. That's really funny. That's really funny, actually. God, she's so tiny. Technically, she should be even smaller. She should be like the size of the horse's leg. Yes. I'm just trying to, because I'm still uploading the comic to YouTube itself. I'm just trying to get the comic up to the point where the film is, so I can just kind of release them at the same time. And then just move over to just working on the film. That's that whole idea. So that's good. This will work on another time. This will also work another time. Because I hate to say it. I really do. But because it's like 3 a.m. We've been working for about, I'm not even going to say the full time of stream. I'm going to say like we were working for maybe about 2 hours. We got one page done. Page 22 is done. Page 23 is lined and ready to be colored. Page 24, lined, ready to be colored. Oh no, that's just like a dinky little sword. It's not her sword. I think it's broken. Which is actually like the whole reason why it's like called to attention that the sword that she draws doesn't shatter under the same attack that the Dark Knight will use. That one does. The one that she gets doesn't. The blue one doesn't. Alright. I'm happy with how these turned out. I'm glad we got these reasonably shut away today. As much as it kind of sucks I didn't get as done with all three, but you know, we got time. I gotta start like ramping these up because I want this out by the end of the month. Unsurprisingly, we only have 2 more weeks. We only have 2 more weeks of May left. Holy shit! What is that? That's not worrying at all. Anyways, keep eating this meat. It's really good. Really, really yummy. That's kind of it for tonight. Because we had a good night. We got some work done. We had a good little heart-to-heart earlier, which I really appreciated, which was nice. Hopefully other people feel the same way. Tomorrow is tentative Terraria. I want to play Terraria. I really want to get back into it. But I'm going to have to see how our power situation handles my AC being plugged in and running at the same time. We'll see how that goes. But hopefully it won't be too anything crazy. And hopefully my PC doesn't explode. So, I'm not going to play any crazy outro music or anything. I'm also not going to super duper howl. But I do hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Go get some sleep. Been a nothing burger. No, you're right. You're so right. It really has done. Go get some sleep. Go get some rest. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for hopefully Terraria. We'll see what happens. But have a good night, everyone. We'll see you then. Bye.